Today I want to talk about something that quite a few of you have asked about in comments and through messages, things of that nature. It's about sourcing and getting inventory. What up, guys? Welcome to JMac Sports Cards. Welcome to another one. We are back at it again out here in the sports card shed, and I've been pricing cards and preparing for a local card show. I'm going to another local card show. It's a little bit further. It's closer to Little Rock over in Conway. Put on by, I think it's Sideline Sports Card Shop. I've never done it. I know it's only like 30 tables. It's going to be small, but I am setting up there, and I'm looking forward to that. It should be pretty fun. Today I want to talk about something that quite a few of you have asked about in comments and through messages, things of that nature. It's about sourcing and getting inventory. What's the best approach to doing that? How do I go about it? And all that jazz. So we'll get into that, but before we do, I got up on the screen some of you who have dropped buyer's notes on eBay, have came over to the store, showed some love, showed some support. Shout out first of all, Zachary. He dropped a note that says, "Keep up the fun, informative videos. Told you I'd come for some Devers cards. My son is going to be 5 in a couple weeks and loves Raphael Devers. Thanks." So thank you, Zach. And I had to message Zach, and I had to inform him it's the first time in like 2 months that I wasn't able to locate a card. It was just a couple $2 card, $2, $3 card, but it was one that he had purchased, a Dever, so I made it right, telling him I can either refund that card, and I said I feel terrible, I feel pretty embarrassed by it, or I can give you a Raphael Devers Topps Finest Refractor to replace it. It was just a paper Devers. So he said, "Y'all, man, don't worry about it." So I said I'm sending him the Devers and then a couple throw-ins as well. So thanks, Zach. And then the next one is shout out to Dylan, who says, "Thank you, JMac. I'd love to buy more." He bought one card, which, listen, does not matter, big or small. You don't even have to buy it, just sending a message. As some of you do that, send a message, say what's up. But then he goes into talking about he needs to stay focused on the store, and he talks about a rookie mistake that he made. But I'm not going to go into that a little bit too detailed. But thanks, Dylan, for the purchase, and also thanks for the note that you left. And then another one, Colton, he said, "Love the videos. They're helping me set up my own part-time gig." This one, though, is for my PC. Keep doing great things. He bought a hockey card, a Nicholas Lidstrom. So, sorry, I'm looking up, but it's on the screen up there. My inventory has grown quite dramatically. So, I've been a collector since the 80s, late 80s. So, whatever the math is on that. 30 plus years, okay? So I came into this with, a lot of cards. I had a big collection. Now, yeah, a lot of them were from junk wax era, but I continually bought through the years here and there. I didn't, go all crazy every year. And I missed some key years. I missed LeBron's year. I did catch Steph's rookie year, buying some products, things like that. It's Kevin Durant's year. I caught that one. So I came into this ready with a lot of inventory. So I didn't have to go out and purchase a whole lot of collections. But when I started setting up at shows, post-COVID, when shows opened back up, I started venturing out looking for collections. I was buying collections, small collections, most of the time. I bought one time that was about a $2,000 collection, but it had every set and some years multiples of football from 98, the Topps products, 98 through 2015 or something like that. So it was Topps, so it wasn't Bowman, so I didn't have the Brady year, but it had the Manning rookie year. It had the Aaron Rodgers 05 Topps. So it had every complete set sealed. And then there were some baseball, so there were some good baseball year products in there. And then the guy just had a great collection. And there was a lot of Jordan. So a lot of my Jordans came from that collection. Jordan and Shaq, not Jordan rookies. I almost said Jordan rookies. But Jordans, and it had lots of Shaq rookies, and it had lots of 90s. It had basketball inserts, stuff like that. So that was a great purchase early on. So that was about a $2,000 buy. I made a video on it too at some point. And again, some of that was junk wax and stuff like that. And you can almost, if you buy collections, especially if you just get them from random people, not from like dealers or something like that, then you're likely going to wind up probably getting some junk in it that you're going to wind up having to deal with, and can't keep everything unless you got unlimited storage, right? But sourcing, number one best way is to try to buy collections, because it is where you can, in all likelihood, get the most amount of cards for the best margins and have. This is if you're a long term. If you're looking at because I know some people sit there and they'll buy something. They'll buy a bulk lot. They'll buy a collection. And they're trying to move it within like a week or two. How I do it is I get a collection, try to go through it as much as I can, and as quick as I can. The first couple weeks I try to get through a lot of it to get the best of the best out of it and start selling that stuff. That way you can recoup your money, some of your money back on it faster, and then the rest I can continue to pick. And that's what I've been doing on this large collection I bought recently, the 75,000. But I'm still finding good stuff, that could continually in the collect. There was a couple maybe $100 cards in it, but it wasn't like a lot of like super, super expensive cards. A lot of $40, $50 cards. Not a lot, but there was enough in there. So that's it. That's the best ways, collections. But then I think also probably as comparable is going to sports card shows in person and cherry picking through boxes, cherry picking, maybe even buying a whole box or buying out another dealer's inventory that looks like they're really trying to move on. If you find a dealer that is at a show and they got killer deals going on, and they're like, I'm trying to get rid of a lot, I'm trying to move stuff, then you can come in and really try to make a deal with them and maybe get it for a lot better deal than you actually think you might would have going into talking to them and seeing their stuff. So, but I like going through like boxes. Like I made that $200 challenge because I know exactly what I'm getting, I know exactly what I want, and I know exactly what sells. And from that $200 lot, I think I'm pretty close to breaking even on it, and I haven't even sold any of the really big stuff yet. I haven't sold the Maxi yet, and I haven't sold. Obviously, I'm keeping the Steph Curry rookie, the $399. So I wind up at least getting back my money and keeping that Steph Curry, and I'll make some money on the Tyrese Maxey. So, but that's why I like cherry picking boxes, and finding the plays in value boxes. Because I think you could stack up, and even like if someone's got a case and they got $10, $20 cards in it, making a lot with them, $50 cards, making a lot with a bulk deal with at shows. That's probably number 2 best way. Number 3 is buying collections and buying bulk deals off of either Facebook Marketplace or eBay. So, but it's very hit or miss. Hit or miss, I should say. I think I maybe find a collection on Facebook Marketplace once or twice a year that is worth buying, and I might buy 3 or 4 a year, but it might only really pan out that 1 or 2 were actually really good deals and were worth the purchase and the heartache and the work that goes into selling the collection. And then, like I said, you can actually. I mean, I've been doing it on some of the bulkier stuff and stuff that was already pre-organized. In this collection, I've been selling some player lots, some team lots, some rookie lots. I've been selling those kinds of lots, and so if you don't have access to shows and Facebook Marketplace is just terrible, going on eBay and searching, whatever you like or whatever you think sells best, search that rookie lot or player lot or team lot, Buffalo Bills rookie lot, Buffalo Bills team lot, sports card collection. Sometimes people literally will sell their whole collection on eBay on an auction. So it's not just limited to in person now. A lot of times you can also, sometimes it's people just dumping stuff, right? But like I sold that UFC collection here recently. I pretty much sold off most of what I had left over of UFC. I posted in UFC groups, no one bit. And I mean, I left it up only for like 6 hours. I was just doing it quick. I wanted to see if there was any interest, and then I said, all right, well, I'll be listing it on eBay, on my eBay store, and starting it at 99 cents, and I think it sold for a couple $100, which I was good with, if I felt good about it, because I've sold off already before that. But it was good cards. It was a lot of prism, a lot of color, a lot of serial number stuff, and I mean, whoever bought it got into all that stuff for 30 to 50 cents a card. maybe less. I don't know. So you can find good inventory on eBay as well in a bulk lot, you know. But then, like I said, there could be some variables like, will the person ship it correctly, and will it not become damaged, or is it already all just in not the greatest shape? So, you know, there's those things you got to keep an eye on, you know. So, but those I think are essentially the main ways. Every once in a while you hear people, you know, finding at a garage sale or a yard sale some good cards. That's definitely not a common occurrence. I personally have never seen that out in the wild. And then every once in a while you hear people talking about it like flea markets and flea malls, where they run across, you know, someone moving inventory, or like storage locker finds, and then that person's not into sports cards, and then they sell them off like that. And then like Goodwill pallets, you can sometimes find those, and it's an auction style where you bid on it as well. I've never done that because that just seems like it would be probably too much inventory for the amount of space that I have. I know 1 Million Cubs over on YouTube. He's bought quite a few Goodwill pallets of sports cards. It's a whole pallet of cards, you know. So, and I know he's got inventory for days. But personally, this inventory is going to get me through probably a lot of the year, this year that I have at present. And now, like I said, it's just filling out and picking up stuff at shows and things like that. I have the benefit of having the channel here, so I have people reaching out all the time, asking me, am I interested in buying? And for the last couple of months, it's always been no, and it's still right now a no. I want to clear out like a whole row here, then I'll buy another collection. So it's going to be a little bit before I'm in a position where I want to buy some more, a big collection. So we'll see how that goes. But there you go. So that's pretty much how I go about it and approach buying inventory, sourcing, as they say in the reseller world. I hope that has helped, maybe. And you know, maybe you got some other ideas. I know a lot of times we don't want to give away trade secrets, but if you share a way that you have obtained a collection, or some people have inherited collections, things of that nature, drop a comment. Let me know what's the way you go about sourcing inventory and getting some inventory to sell or resell, I should say. And the collections are always fun too, because it's a little bit of mystery in there, and you never know. I remember I bought one right in the beginning of the year. It was $250. It wasn't that great. And then I found a $100 card in it, Robin Roberts Archives Auto, who is a Hall of Famer baseball card, and it sold for $100. And I mean, it was really good. It was definitely worth the $250. Like over time, I've definitely made money on that collection. But if I didn't find that $100 card, that one would have been a dud. But and usually also there is, you know, when you buy a collection, I usually wind up finding a thing or two for the personal collection as well. So it isn't all about selling. And remember, this, like I said, this is just a hobby. So and it makes it actually fun when you are actually also a collector. Of course, you have to make money. You got to feed the family. You got to put the shoes on the babies. Got to get diapers for the kids. All the things, right? But I'm still a collector, end of the day. So hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. That's all I got till next time. Deuces.